This is the Lord of the Swings kettlebell workout. Now, we're going to be going through the series of movements in compound 1 in sequence without rest, okay? Then you take a 2-minute break, and we're going to do about, 2 to 5 sets overall of compound 1. On the back, you're going to see that each workout, you're going to try to increase the repetitions for each movement. So generally, I start people off with 5 reps per exercise, and you work your way up from there. You might, on workout 2, go to 7 reps, workout 3, 9 reps. The ultimate is to hit 20 reps, but you're just going to do the best you can. All right, and then we've got a finishing circuit, compound 2. You just go back and forth between the final 2 core exercises once compound 1 is done. All right, so let's get started. We're going to start off with exercise number 1, which is the kettlebell swings. Now, I generally recommend starting with a 15 to 25 pound kettlebell, depending on your level, familiarity with kettlebells, and your overall fitness. So what we're going to be doing first is the kettlebell swing. Now, for the kettlebell swing, I get you just to hop up and down to find a comfortable foot stance. You're going to be holding the top handle of the kettlebell with a close overhand grip. Now, you're going to swing it behind you like you're hiking a football to a quarterback. Then you're going to thrust your hips forward and allow the kettlebell to swing up to chest height, keeping your arms like ropes. Swing it back behind you and repeat. So it's going to look like this. Now I'll just give you a sideways view. The most common mistake here is that people will turn this into a squat. So they'll kind of squat down, stand up, and they're muscling it with their arms. Make sure that the movement is being generated from the hips. The hips are throwing the kettlebell up. It's almost like you're punching somebody in the face with your crotch, if you want to think of it that way. The next movement is the swing squats. Now, I recommend you start off doing this body weight as a quick warm-up. This exercise will fatigue you fast, and you want to make sure that you have the rhythm of the movement down. So what will happen is you'll be holding the kettlebell with a grip like this on the handle. Okay, so it's kind of like it's almost like a golf club grip, all right? What you'll do is you're going to squat and swing the kettlebell out in front of you at the same time. So it'll look like this. So I get you just to do a few warm-up repetitions to get ready. Once you have the rhythm down, then we introduce the kettlebell. So you're going to have a sideways grip with both hands on the kettlebell, and it's just going to look like so. Okay, from the front, here's how it looks. Do not be surprised if you are completely out of breath when you're done that one. That is one of the most metabolically fatiguing kettlebell exercises. The next one we're going to be doing is around the worlds. This is going to be for active recovery. You're going to want your feet as close together as you can to increase the balance challenge. And you're going to be tightening your core as if you're taking a punch in the stomach. You're going to be holding the kettlebell with an offset grip. So you can see I'm kind of holding it a little bit off center so I can make room for my other hand to grab the kettlebell when transferring it from hand to hand. So I'm going around the body like this, okay? Completing all reps in one direction, then I switch directions and repeat. Now, this exercise, it's going to help you catch your breath after the swing squats. It's a little bit of core because we're resisting movement through the core. So we're helping to develop that kind of trunk stability. But also it's for grip and coordination. Reason being, in future kettlebell movements, as they get more advanced, you're going to need to be smooth at hand-to-hand transfer. So we're trying to develop that skill now and build on it for future more advanced exercises. Now the next exercise is the squat press. Now for this, you're going to be holding the kettlebell side handles just like this. That's most important. That's where people screw up the most. Okay? So you're holding the kettlebell in front of your chest like this. You squat down, stand, push the kettlebell overhead. Okay? So from the side, it will look like this. Now, the progression of this movement eventually would be the swing catch squat, which looks a little bit like this, where you swing it up, catch it, squat. For now, we're going to go with the squat press. The next exercise is the high pulls, otherwise known as the front wedgie squat. For this one, you're going to be using a close overhand grip. So just take a look at the grip there, close overhand. Now, what you're going to do here is you're going to squat down, stand up, and as you stand, pull the kettlebell up the front of your body, and really, you're trying to get it so that your elbows are in line with your shoulders. Okay, from the side. All right, now, the next exercise, one arm bent over rows, elbow on knee. So you're going to be bent forward like 45 degrees. One elbow is resting on your knee. So that's going to take some work off of the postural muscles. So this is the start position. Your other hand is going to hold the kettlebell across the body so that we can row it up and around to really work all those postural muscles between the shoulder blades. So, from the front, it looks like this. From the side, it will look like this. Now, if you follow the kettlebell with your head and eyes, if you're following it when you're swinging around, it does help you get an even better contraction through the muscles of the mid-back, the scapular retractors. So I do recommend, if you don't have any issues or sensitivities with the neck, to actually move your head along with the path of the kettlebell. You will feel it a little bit more in the upper back, okay? So that is the end of compound 1. Once again, for the first workout, we started with 5 reps of everything, and you circuit it maybe about 3 times or so. You could go up to 5. Every time you do the workout, you add more reps. You add more reps at your own pace. Most people will add 2 reps per workout. Okay? If you need to slow it down, 1 rep per workout, and if you're super motivated, you can go 3 or more. After you've done compound 1, we now move on to compound 2. Compound 2, right at the bottom of your sheet, is just body weight core exercises, okay? So now the first one is the side plank, hip and leg raise. For this exercise, you're going to be laying on your side just like this. Now, you can have your top hand on your hip. I like to also just have the fingers spread and grip the bottom shoulder and gently squeeze it. That can help stabilize your shoulder, okay? So what you do first is this. You want to have your legs straight in line with your body, okay? You lift up from the side, hips up from the side, leg up, leg down, hips down. Hips up, leg down, hips down. Hips up, leg down, hips down. Now, if that's too hard, it is a very tough core exercise. Then you bend the bottom leg 90 degrees so that you're only lifting up from the knee and not the foot, okay? So it would look like this. Hips up, leg down, hips down. From the side, I'll show you how that looks. So you can kind of see that from here, I've got this foot down on the ground, and I'm lifting the hips up and down and raising the leg, okay? You'd start at 5 reps on one side, then do 5 reps on the other side, and you just gently increase that every time you work out. Now, the next exercise is plank reaches. For this one here, this is a very tough exercise for the core. I'm going to advise that you have your feet wide apart to begin, okay? That's going to make it a little bit easier. The closer your feet are together, the harder it is. So I'm going to be starting off like this, feet wide apart like that, okay? So the exercise, you're going to be on your forearms and toes, body in a straight line. Reach one hand forward at a time, almost like you're hitting a game show buzzer, okay? And when you do this, you want to resist rotation through the core. So you're trying to keep the core solid It's an anti-rotation exercise. The core work comes from preventing movement. So from the front, it would look like this. Now, over time, to make it harder, you can move your feet in closer together. If it is too difficult, you could do it with your forearms elevated on a bench, so your body's on an incline. So that would look something like this, and then I just reach one arm back and forth at a time. You can go with a high ledge if necessary, if that gets too hard. So for the last compound, you'd probably be looking at 2 to 5 sets. At the end, you know, there's a couple notes at the bottom of the workout. One is your training and recovery may be perfect, but if your nutrition isn't optimal, your results will suffer, and that comes from kettlebell champion Sherry Wedham, okay? She's a top-level national, international kettlebell competitor. That's her advice for you. As a warm-up for this exercise, for this workout, you could do 10 bodyweight reps of everything. Just do like a quick 10 bodyweight circuit. It will help grease the groove and prime your body for the movements that are coming, and it will get your heart rate up and everything else. Once you hit a plateau in your progression, it's time to change programs. Now, most people will hit that plateau after doing this workout about 6 to 8 times. Now, everybody's different, so keep an open mind, but usually we're switching up this workout after you've done it 6 to 8 times, and we're going on to something else to continue to shock the body. Once again, that's the Lord of the Swings kettlebell workout. This can be done easily at home. All you need is basically one kettlebell. Typically, it'll be a 15 to 25, possibly even a 35-pound kettlebell. But this is an overall amazing, amazing workout for the core, especially for cardio and fat loss. Brendan Fox, rooting for you in the game of life.